3, 2, 1, click. This is Date With Us, a dating sim podcast where two lover girls, me, Kanisha,
and me, Claire,
date, mate, and rate cyber sweeties because every gamer needs a little love in their saves.
We're inviting you to join us for our digital debriefs about our pixelized paramours. Whether they're in visual novels, roguelites, or funky indie darlings, we'll dish on who we're romancing and if our choices really mattered.
It doesn't matter if you're here to get love, lust, or just the bus.
You'll get to know at least one worthwhile person. Yourself.
So, light some candles,
Partake in a vice of your choosing,
and we'll give you the lowdown on the games to download.
I always love because I'll take notes occasionally for different games that I play, and they're just all over the place because this game is just insane. So it's just like random shit that I'm just like,
Yes.
What is happening during this?
I have a series of screenshots and a series of half-written sentences.
Yeah, it was funny. I was in a recording with Kai and Ben. I don't know how it came up. We were looking at like Steam. Oh, me and Kai were doing the family Steam share so we can play games with each other
We
and everything.
just did that.
Oh, that's so funny. I was like, why aren't we doing this so we could just play games that each other has? And Ben's like, Jared, what's Serial Lover? And I was like, let me tell you, Ben.
I'm so happy you asked.
Let me tell you. He's like, just looking at the screenshots, this looks wild. And I was like, yeah, from the screenshots on Steam, it looks like it's a crazy time. And it is. It is a pretty crazy time.
Welcome back to the show, Jared. We're so happy to have you.
We're here. Oh, I forgot the cold open. Yay, I'm here. I'm back. I'm so excited to be here. Honestly, like genuinely, I was telling Claire and Kanisha that I've been looking forward to this for so long. I love being here. This show is awesome. Compliments. You guys are great.
Oh, that's so nice. I did tell Jared to wait to compliment us until they were being recorded. So
I mean, you didn't have to say it. You
I
didn't
have to
tell them.
I'm nothing but if not honest, you know?
That's fair.
And it's been a year of Date With Us now. We're very happy to be sharing.
Is it a year?
Yeah.
Woo! Hell yeah. That is awesome.
So as our inaugural man, we decided to be bold and invite you back.
But bold choice. The last two times were just a train wreck with me. So I'm glad to be back here.
Well, yeah, I mean, if anybody is new to us or new to you, we would love to have you introduce yourself again before we dive into the really intense questions that we have for you today.
God, yeah. It was. I know. I was telling both of them before the recording. I was like, this question in particular right now is one that it's hard. It's home, but it's good. It's good. I'm all about getting these deep conversations and questions, which is the whole point, right? It's the whole point of the questions.
And it's like topical for today's game too.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a silver lining to it.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, if you don't know me, my name is Jared. I host the Play Along podcast, which is a podcast where we play through games in kind of a book club format. Myself, Kai, and Ben, we each take turns picking a game. We then break that game down into sections, and each week we come together and talk about those sections. We've played through so many different genres of games on the podcast, so there's bound to be something that you'll find there. And then we do a bunch of other bonus stuff with random game shows that we play. We have another side series called Get Wrecked, where we swap video game recommendations with people. Claire was on that. We got to talk about Boyfriend Dungeon and Stray, which was Boyfriend Dungeon is so good. I'm still
emo about Stray.
Oh gosh, Stray. Yeah. Oh, and there's the drag races here too. You can hear them as they're going down the street,
Cool.
which is good. But yeah, that's me and my show.
I realized, Kanisha, now is a perfect moment for us to figure out what we want to ask people when they come back to the show. Because we usually ask folks what their first or favorite dating sims are.
Ooh, okay.
But
Oh, I want to know, have you been playing any other dating sims since appearing on the show? Have any stood out to
yeah.
you?
There's this little one called Serial Lover.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, doesn't count. Well, one thing that I learned from not only listening but being on the show is everything can be a dating sim if you really try hard enough.
True.
Everything can. I don't think I have. I'm really trying to think if I've done anything that I can consider like an actual quote unquote dating sim, and I don't know if I have. I've been a bad dating sim player.
Wow.
We'll change you yet.
Well, actually, you know what? I played Boyfriend Dungeon.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, good.
That counts because that was for my show, and that was great.
Kind of.
Yeah.
We can
Well,
fix him.
I
Get a
think that
half
means you
point.
get to invite yourself onto Jared's show, Kanisha, and give him another
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
I'll find one.
we'll get you on, Kanisha, and I'll get another dating sim to play. You can recommend me.
Wahoo!
Yay! Oh,
Hey.
wow. It's summer season, y'all. We're in summer mode now. This is an evening recording for Date With Us, so it's going to get wild.
It's
And
gonna
to
get weird. It's
start-
gonna get wild.
To
We're
start by
already
being
so
weird.
squirrely. I said we're always so squirrely. We're already squirrely. Everyone forgive me. I was ill this morning, and now
Yeah.
I am on the mend.
Oh. Only up from here.
Only up from here.
Only up from here.
From the bottom. What is that? I forgot how to say it.
From the,
Started from the bottom.
there you go. You got there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
8:30, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to my bedtime. Okay, so somewhat in line with our serial lover situation here. Today's New York Times 36 questions to fall in love with anyone. It takes us in our love story one step further. So if you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living, and why?
Yeah. Deep questions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can start,
Okay.
perhaps. I feel like I had like an immediate list like come to my heart.
Hmm.
I would confess to everyone that I've just ever liked. You're beautiful. Have a good life. I was already like a pretty fervent journaler, but I would journal with more intention. Like, here's like my thoughts, my observations, if it's useful to anyone. I would want to leave lots of things in my voice for the people who cared about me. Like, da 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 da. Keep going. If anyone
got
cares. Oh shit, I would have to do something with Kiwi. I would have to find someone who wanted to take care of Kiwi, my baby. What else? After that, I would just be like impulsive everything. I would skip the country and stop worrying about my dads and just go somewhere and vibe out. I would probably be hiding in like Belize on the beach, no identity.
Let's go. Let's go.
And only visiting like my family and close friends like Claire, my podcasting partner in life and whatnot. But
We'd have to record a lot of episodes.
Yeah. Every day.
I
a new
want like an
podcast
in memoriam season. Just like
Oh no.
that was sad, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it. I feel like it was kind of boring, but those are the things that I think I would
No.
do like immediately.
Would you quit?
Would I quit my job?
Mm-hmm.
That was my first intention. I was like, I'm just gonna leave.
Whoa.
I'm gonna dip.
No, I have no money. I have negative money, so
That's
I
why
wouldn't
I
need
wasn't
money
gonna
to
quit.
fund my
Yeah.
last year. But I would definitely work a lot less hard because I'm like, if I only have a year anyway, it'll probably take them a year to decide to fire me. I'm a great employee.
Mm.
For the record, woo! I'm a
Well,
great
that's why
employee
it
who
would
deserves
take a year
lot more
because
money.
you're a great
Yeah,
employee.
you deserve
so
a
it
break.
would take a while for anyone to figure out that you'd done something wrong.
But yeah, would I quit? No. If I had
So
not
honorable.
negative money, I would. But
Yeah.
bronze handcuffs.
Yeah. So this question was wild.
Why?
I immediately, well, yeah, if you don't know, I'm having a baby in like 2.5 weeks. So she will be here, Little Raven. I'm putting it in here now because that's her name.
Yeah, by
It's
the
not
time
on
the episode comes out,
Oh,
the baby
yeah.
should be born.
She should be born, which is so crazy. Little Raven, I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
But
Welcome to the world.
Yay, Little Raven. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. But when I read this, I was just like, you're right. If you asked me like a year ago, if I died in a year, like, but now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a daughter. My wife will be a single mother if I died in a year trying to raise a child on her own. And that was like, I was driving home from the gym and that like got me emotional thinking about that, where it's just like, wow, I have a lot of other stuff happening now. And if I'm gone, then like, what's that going to look like? I, for a second, was mourning, like, I'm not going to see my daughter hit like these milestones and everything. And then I was like, my daughter is not going to like have a dad, which I mean, if she grows up that way, that's the only experience that she will have. So she won't really know much different. But things that I would change is similar to some of the stuff that Kanisha was saying, like journal. I initially was just like, oh yeah, quit my job, like just travel the world, let's do all that stuff. And I was like, well, I need money. If my wife's going to be here without me, then I want to make sure that she also has funds for later too. And it was just like, I think the idea of just being more present, right? If I have a year with this little child who is just brand new to this world, just like absorbing as much of that as I possibly can within this year. I also had the idea of like voice notes maybe to leave to her, of just like, because my wife will tell stories of like, oh, your dad was like a goofy weirdo and all that stuff too, and I gotta bounce that out a little bit. But notes too. Right now, me and my wife have a thing where we have kind of like a shared journal in the living room, and we'll each like write to each other. We'll like take turns writing notes back and forth to one another.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's been super fun. But I think like most things like that, sometimes it kind of like peters off how frequently you do that. And I think I would just be way more intentional with that. Like every single day, maybe multiple times a day, I would make sure I'm writing, leaving little notes and stuff like that too. So being more present, which I feel like is like everyone's answer, just like live in the moment. If I only had a year left to live, but with a little baby, I feel like I really want to just be there for her and absorb as much as I could beforehand.
That's so sweet. I feel like your answer, just like it felt like the warm rays of the sun hitting it. I was like, this is such a loved person with a love-filled life, and that's really beautiful, even though we're talking about something really sad.
Yeah, that's what my therapist said.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Good things. Well, and I'm someone that was like for a while, and especially with a baby, I feel like you think about your own mortality more, as you have a thing that's like physically like showing passage of time as they're changing through time and everything. And I think before I would have a lot of anxiety with that, because I had like health anxiety, and mortality is a big thing to contemplate too. But there was like a peace with it. After I got through the emotions of like, it'd be sad if my wife and daughter didn't have me, there was like a peace to like, oh yeah, I won't be here, but you know, life goes on. what are you going to do?
Something else that stood out to me, because when you started talking, I and Imp immediately had the question of like, when you were gone, like, could your wife find new love, or would you haunt her? But then I felt like it was answered. She would never choose to find new love, which is beautiful.
But new love might find her, and Jared would be supportive because he's such a little, look at him. He like kind of like was like, oh.
I'd be so happy she found new love. I want her to be sad and also to help with the kid and raising a kid and everything. No, I would love for her to do that. But it would be really fun if I had the opportunity to haunt her though. Just a little bit. Just
a tiny bit, like little pranks.
Yeah, exactly. Harmless little. All the things that like I annoy her with. That's what I would do. Nothing that was like gonna disturb you like a lot, but just like the little annoyances would stay behind.
Wait, this is a new sequel for Love Ghosty. A very morbid sequel. Oh. That'd be hilarious.
I had to get add it to my list after listening to your episode. I was like, ooh, I got it. It sounded like a good time. So I was like, I like the like matchmaking kind of style of game. I was like, oh, I got to play this.
Yeah, the little ghost bud will really get you. It's so cute. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
I feel very similarly, I think, in a lot of ways. I do think that given my current situation, I could probably swing quitting, depending on the exact context around how I'm going to die and how much it's going to cost. I'm thinking this is like, you just know the off switch is coming, like somehow, you know, because I can't deal with all of the financial logistics really. But this question reminded me that one of my goals this summer is to do estate planning with all of my paperwork and make sure that all my stuff is situated, which is horrifying. But my mom keeps talking about doing it. I guess I would do that faster if I knew that I only had a year left to do it. And then, so yeah, when my partner was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer, we thought that he might die. And the situation was really interesting because it was like, he is very called to his work. And so he was like, yeah, I probably would keep working if I, like, even if I knew I was, you know, and we had a lot of conversations about that. And I was like, no, fuck that. I'm not working. Like I would not be like, I would be planning the adventures so that we could like do the things kind of a thing. And I think that would be, I wouldn't change a lot about my life if I knew that I was going to die in a year, because I think I have made some of those like mindset changes of being like, yeah, is it couch night? Is it yet another couch night? Yes, but do I like thank my lucky stars for that couch and that episode of My Hero Academia every day? Like also yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting when, whether it's a question like this that something has happened in your life that's prompting you to ask this, or if it's literally a question on a show that's like prompting you to talk about this in therapy, like I think it's so nice to find out how many things you wouldn't change.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of stuff that's like, obviously, yeah, I would amend something. I would never fucking eat a vegetable if I didn't want to. Like I would only eat the vegetables when I want to eat the vegetables. I would never think twice about forcing myself to eat another vegetable. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I have a lot of death anxiety. I'm just a paranoid little person.
Yeah.
So I do think about it a lot. Just like, well, this morning even I had a moment where I was like, this might be it.
Well, especially when you're sick.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's scary, but it's also like, you know, I go through a lot of depression and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm not happy. But then you get faced with questions like this and it's like, oh, actually, I'm fine. Not fine, but like, oh, like things are good. They're, like you said, Claire, there's just not a whole lot I would change. I just want to go to the beach. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so far away from the beach.
Let's go.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that one of the things I talked about today is just like I talked about my commute to work before this. Actually, maybe it was in the episode. I don't know if it was in the episode.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. It's a long commute and it makes me sad driving this far every day. It doesn't help that my job it's fine. Like it's an okay job. I wouldn't have it if I didn't have to have it kind of thing. And my therapist was telling me like framing those things in a kind of a different lens. Like the job I had before this, I got laid off from. So I got laid off because the company went under, and I was just like hoping for a job. I just wanted something because I needed to pay the bills. And he was like, "This was that at one point. The job you have right now was the thing that you had hoped for. It was the thing that you kind of had dreamed of." So kind of just like reframing that, even if I'm having like a terrible time at work or I'm having a bad commute, this was what I had hoped for at one day. And maybe if it doesn't work for me right now, that's fine. You can move on to something else. But just reframing that had like helped me a lot too. I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I love reframing.
Reframing.
Kanisha's so good at it though. Like it's like,
but I've gotten too good at it where now it's facetious. Like something terrible will happen or someone
I'm
really
like, no, that
pisses us
person's
off at
just
work.
an asshole.
Yeah.
They just suck.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, that's amazing. Wow.
So happy. Yeah.
An opportunity to grow and change.
I'm
right
actually
now.
so calm.
I am
I love
actually
that.
so calm and so sane. And
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
So
We are
sane.
so normal.
Yeah.
The normalist.
Speaking of being normal, it would be extremely normal of you to open up your podcast app and hit 5 stars.
Damn.
Wow, 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 wow.
Thank you so much. You can let us know if you did that. You can also send us nice things or compliments or anything else at riz@datewith.us. Thank you so much.
I got to give a round of
Raise
applause for
us
that
up.
because that's so good. I love it.
A stroke of genius from Claire. Wahoo.
On your behalf, well and truly. I'm like,
And we're
everybody be
moving
nice to
on.
Kanisha. I love her. Okay, and then it's our summer season. We're here. It's happening. Thank you for being here, and thank you for coming back, Jared. Next
you.
Of course.
2 weeks from now, we'll play Dream Daddy. But today, we're talking about Serial Lover.
Woo.
Woo! Oh, sorry. I was like,
Wow,
looking
wow,
at the
guys,
notes.
guys, please.
No, I'm really excited for this.
Excitement for me.
I know
Yeah.
it's almost bedtime, but we must rally.
I don't have an excuse. It's like 6:40 for me, but
I don't know.
It was a long
you try.
day.
Thank you. I
gotta
appreciate it.
decompress.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
You had the drive. You
That's
both
true.
had-
That's true.
Jared, would you like to
Yes.
read the description for Serial Lover?
Okay. After waking in an unfamiliar house, you find yourself stuck with a group of 6 strangers. All as confused as you are, you must work together to discover the mysteries of the house while using your rhythm skills to seduce and survive. Combining the storytelling format of visual novel with the challenge of intense rhythm gameplay, Serial Lover presents an enticing story to explore while faced with opportunities of high tension, romance, and death.
Was developed and published by Sugar Slip, which is out of Toronto, Canada. Funded via Kickstarter in 2020. Available on Steam and itch.io for $10 on Windows and PC.
For our content warnings, this game contains mature themes including suggestive content, implied nudity, and sexual acts, strong language, blood and violence, descriptions of cannibalism and bodily mutilation, sexual violence, depictions of suicide, death and murder, stylized portrayals of mental health conditions, BDSM elements, and darker disturbing subject matter, including PTSD and bullying.
It's
Keeping it light. Keeping it light.
It's just like nice and light for this game.
It's a cozy game. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We'll start as we always do: mechanics, game design. How did everybody play? I know Kanisha and I tried to do this on the Steam Deck, and it does not work on the Steam
I
Deck.
cannot imagine. Not at all. It doesn't function, or it's like difficult to play on the Steam Deck. Or
really.
Okay.
Because I don't have a PC anymore, I was able to connect a keyboard and a mouse to my Steam Deck, so I was able to play that way. But it was not optimal. It's definitely not a Steam Deck approved game, Steam Deck verified game.
Yeah, oof. I can't imagine. I just played it on PC. I did PC.
The way that this game is structured is it's a visual novel, and those moments, as Jared mentioned, of seducing or surviving are each individual songs, a la like something like Guitar Hero. Or, I mean, it's very Guitar Hero, where the colorful things are falling down, and you have 5 colors. They have a ton of accessibility settings to make the game easier, but they are not lying when they say intense rhythm gameplay.
It's very hard. I loved Guitar Hero in Rock Band, so I used to watch streams of people who would play like online, like open source modified versions of the games, and it's like that level of hard. It's not normal Guitar Hero, the Guitar Hero Rock Band hard. Yeah. Not
only that, but just the bare minimum easy difficulty. Again, like Claire said, there's accessibility options where you can change things, but even the bare minimum difficulty I struggled with initially. Like, this game is hard. It is a hard game.
It's so hard.
I turned on no fail. I was like, I don't have time for this, actually. Goodbye.
I couldn't do it. I had to be like, I have to power through this. I have to be able to beat this.
Wait, you did it without no fail?
I did.
Like, that's so brave. It's so hard. So there are accessibility settings that you can kind of, I think, basically just get rid of certain notes. Like, at one point, I made it so easy that I'm pretty sure there were only like 3 that I was actually pressing.
Yeah.
But I found that it's so, like, not intuitive to me to be playing a rhythm game
with
on
like 4
ASDF,
fingers. Yes.
Like 4 fingers.
I thought it was at least going to be like, I call it WASD in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, like even that layout is a little bit easier. And you can reprogram your keys to like accommodate that. But again, I was like, I'm already playing on my Steam Deck. Like, I've already rigged this enough. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit before we hit record about this. And as Claire brought up, it's like, there's something about like the engagement and the physiological connection between like, I am doing something like rhythmic or musical, so I need like the facsimile of the instrument to make sure that I'm engaged. And like,
yes,
I feel like especially for people, like you're a group of people who have instruments and we'll leave it there. But you know, when you're trained for your body to like respond in certain ways to music, and then you are forced to reconcile that pretty rapidly. It is not very intuitive.
Yeah, it's rough. I tried so many different configurations of buttons, and unfortunately, the default one is the best option. Like, I tried so many different, because I was like, this is dumb. This can't be how this game works, and unfortunately, it is. It's just how it works.
It's so crazy too, because the Guitar Hero guitar is literally like theoretically the same layout.
Yeah.
Like you have the buttons in a straight line that you have to like operate with your left hand. I mean, I did my right hand because I was just like, let me just slide the keyboard over here.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm not doing this with my left hand. Why would I?
Whoa.
That feels like big brain, right? Like, that feels like it'd be harder for me.
Listen, when you're on a time crunch, you start thinking.
Yeah. Well, I guess like if you think about like the Guitar Hero format, it's opposite of the fingers you would press, because like the most left is your index, and if you have your fingers on it, I use like my 3 fingers, so it was like ring, middle, index. That's how I did it. So it's like opposite. So I can see if it was right hand, it would make sense in the same format, but right hand, that feels crazy. I can't even imagine doing the right hand.
Maybe that is an intuitive thing too. I would play that game on expert, like I was locked in. So maybe it was just like an immediate, like, if the buttons are like this, I need to do that. Like I need to use this hand to correspond. I do think I had that moment where I started left-handed and then I was like, oh, I know what this is. And immediately was
and
just
like, changed. Yeah.
I'm about to go back and play this game and try with my right hand.
I was gonna say, I kind of want to try now and see if that like unlocks something in my brain and it's more intuitive that way.
I will say it's easier, but it's not that much easier.
Also, because I've been playing it for a certain way for so long, I think it would be an adjustment using the opposite hand and doing it that way too.
So it's Guitar Hero, but not. And there's a story mode and an arcade mode. And so we are here to discuss our story mode experiences. But I will almost certainly be going back to arcade mode at least once to try with my right hand.
Yeah. I played a ton of arcade after rolling credits in this game because I ended up enjoying the challenge of some of these songs too, which they're just crazy. And eventually I gave up with some difficulty. I could do some songs on medium, but I never got past anything medium because it adds a 4th button and I'm like, I can't do there's 4 now. I can't do this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there's 23 original tracks in this, which is a ton. I was not expecting that many.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're musically complex too. I was like,
oh yeah.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of different genres too. Like there's different music genres that each character have like very specific genres to that character, which I thought was cool too. But yeah, I was surprised at the amount of tracks they had in this game.
That part I think I enjoyed the most was like maybe not even the songs themselves, though they were very good. I'm very impressed, y'all. But I think like the characterization, the way it supported the characters, I got to a point where I was like, oh, I'm so excited to like have this interaction with Jenny because like I really love like their take on metal or like this interaction with Teddy. And I guess this is a natural point too, where we say in the story, like doing these rhythm, like when the rhythm game portion comes up, you were seducing the characters.
Yes, you are.
This is how you seduce them, and your success. I mean, your survival depends on your success, but also the development of your physical relationship.
Yeah, seducing is the answer to everything.
Yes, I don't know. I feel like I had mixed feelings. Like, I don't know exactly how the thought came to me, but I was like, I don't know that I like that the only way to get to know or to build intimacy is through the physical, but also it's not. Like, you have to have conversations with them, but you also have to sleep with them. I don't know.
No,
I was having thoughts.
I felt the same way. Not to jump the gun on some story stuff, but there's a section where like Harmony is like having a panic attack, and your solution is to seduce her. And I was like, that doesn't feel like the solution at this moment right now. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. It like when you think too hard about it, it's like, But as a way to keep this game, like to manage the tone of this game, I'm
for sure.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be so dark. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, you know, this is a dating sim where our options are 6, in theory, serial killers, and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we may or may not,
Allegedly.
you know, we can't be a real winner if we're in this situation either. So
Yeah.
our toxic
Yeah.
trait is that we do want to fuck everyone. Like,
Yeah.
canonically, we are once again playing as a stupid boy, a la Hatoful
Yeah.
Boyfriend, which is, we love to bring Jared on when we play
Yeah.
as stupid boys.
I'll get all the stupid boy episodes. I'm taking.
But yeah, I was like, man, once again, we are an interesting character.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I guess now it's time for World Lore plot. You'd well and truly wake up in a basement
Yes.
with 5, 6 people you don't know.
And everyone else remembers like their lives before.
Yeah.
They just don't know how they ended up there. But you're the only one that doesn't remember anything.
zero memory.
at all, but your name, which you choose. And from there, you all begrudgingly and belatedly decide to stick together in order to figure out what's
Mhm.
going on, where you are. And so the novel kind of unfolds with that. That's your mystery. What's going on?
Mhm.
For a thematic question, like I think about these a lot, like what is the dramatic engine of a story? This one is like very prevalent and direct, and it comes up repeatedly in conversations. It's not like a subtle thing. It's just like, what's going on? What's going
Mhm.
on? What's going on? It doesn't give the player like a lot of room to let that curiosity develop naturally, which is fine.
Mhm.
While we're here, I was just like, let me think.
No, please. Now is a good time to think.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think they try it too when they talk about kind of, you know, when they look outside the house, they don't see anything. They're essentially in this world where there's nothing, but they're in this little house. So they kind of build off of that a little bit. But you're right. Most of the conversations end with, we don't know where we are, we don't know who we are, or how we relate to each other. Let's figure it out. Let's go.
Yeah, and if you came to listen to us talk about Serial Lover and did not want to get spoiled about Serial Lover, now's your time to hop off, because it's impossible to talk about the world and the lore of Serial Lover without spoiling things, since the whole question is what is going on here, and you begin to uncover what in fact is going on. And
Yeah.
like, they do telegraph very clearly, like, don't worry too much about what's going on outside the house, guys. Don't
Yeah,
look
don't
out
think
there
about it.
yet.
Don't
Don't worry
look
about
out
it.
there,
And
right?
like,
Yeah.
one character leaves, and if you follow her, you will die and have to go back. You know your girl died immediately, right away. I'm dying immediately.
I'm
I'm dying all the time.
Yeah. I also died.
Excellent.
Yep. Immediate
I
death.
do appreciate that this game is a game where you have to die in order
Yeah.
to.
You do a lot of dying. you
You
do a lot of
have
dying
to.
through this. Yeah.
It's like what is that Christopher Nolan movie, Memoria? No one's seen that movie,
No.
and so we move on.
I don't watch movies. I play video games.
Not Christopher
Whoopsie.
Nolan. My first went to that Tom Cruise movie where he's like dying and then coming back and then dying and having to like live, die, repeat. I don't know what it was called. Something like
Yes,
that.
absolutely. That's better. Let's go with Jared's thing.
Sure.
I don't know if any of these are right.
No,
But
there's
yeah, it's a
dying and there's
classic
coming
horror
back.
movie
and-
setup.
yeah.
It's very like, it's horror movie and time loop.
Yeah.
That's one of the spoilers here, is that in this story, you do get the meta of, wait, I died. Why do I remember what happened before I died? But I
Yep.
still don't remember who I am. So I have this amnesia, but it is basically like time locked to your experience within the game. You and one character who is like the smart one try to figure out exactly what's going on and how to like break your way out of it.
Yeah. I feel like we've done this a lot recently in media, like this trope of the memory, the like going back again, repeat. And while it was like very samey, I think all these characters being very standout helped. Like that was kind of the motivation. It was less, I mean, it was, yeah, they're all crazy. It was the motivation of what's going on, but I wanted to know more about each one of these individual, and that's kind of what drove me to like keep going. It was less of like, I don't know if you guys are burnt out on the whole dying, repeat, come back, memory wipe kind of trope that we've seen a lot.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a great point. I feel like it's always interesting. I mean, like it's popular for a reason, right?
Yeah.
It naturally invites it's a naturally interrogative like line of thought, and the more questions you have, the more you don't know, the more your imagination can go. So, what was a little difficult, I think, at times, once you get to the resolution, and we'll talk about it later, I feel like certain things weren't paid off, or like there wasn't enough payoff for all the questions that
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
came up along the way, but that's okay.
Yeah. I think you spend a lot of this game wondering if you're in like a time loop, if you're in purgatory, are you are you alive in real life? Like what is happening here? And I think I would love if we took this moment to go through these 6 characters that we have to figure out more about in order to free ourselves from our time loop. Effectively, you have a couple of options at the beginning, and then you have to I think you basically have to go through all 6 of the characters and their run, which is also interesting because that means it is a dating sim that does force you to fuck everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think about that until you said that. You're
honestly,
so right.
I do appreciate that they are like, no, you have to play our whole entire game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was kind of like, I don't know that I needed, like, would I have done it anyway? Probably because of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I enjoyed being forced to go through all 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to progress, you literally have to like do all of them. You have to get the backstory of all characters to progress.
I feel like it's a moment where the mystery elements of the story and the dating sim elements of the story like are not fully aligned, which is fine. But like one of the things that I think we talk about when we're playing different games is the investment in like the special, like the Twitter patient that comes from like developing that relationship as part of the gameplay. And it becomes a bit not spoiled, but you know, it feels less special, less sparkly when you have to do it over and over again. And so it's kind of like a delicate balance, especially as we start to play more games that have these kind of darker or mysterious elements to who you date and why you date them. It's been an interesting pattern to kind of follow and how each story and each game handles that tension.
Interesting. Would you guys have preferred, again, like they force us to romance everybody essentially? Would you prefer kind of a normal trope of like a dating sim where obviously you're just choosing and you don't get information if you don't go down certain paths, and you can like replay through the game to get different paths to get more information? Again, like Kanisha was saying, the ending's a little weird and we don't really get a lot of conclusion from some of these, but
I think, and this just at the same time, then we would be having a conversation about how it was structurally exactly the same. But I honestly think they could have taken and I think this just makes it a heavier lift to build the game, which is probably why they didn't do it this way. But like, if you built it like Hatoful Boyfriend, where you could have 6 runs and each of those feels like an ending, and then you're doing sort of, as you're going through those, you're realizing you're remembering other things or whatever. But like, we've also seen that get like a little sideways or a little confusing of like, is there more to this game or not? And like with Pixel Puzzle Makeout League, Kanisha and I did not realize, well, I didn't realize, I'll speak only for myself, that I simply did not finish the game. There was a whole nother section that I was like, I got this ending with this person and it's over, and it was not over. And so like, I'm glad that this game was like, we're going to tell you when it's over, but also actually I have a lot of beef about when this game ended.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go through the characters before we talk about the ending, but I think we're going to spend some time in the ending.
For
if
sure.
I had to guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who'd everybody like? No one?
No.
Or I guess who did you like best out of our 6 deeply damaged?
Yeah. Well, at first, because like your first interaction as you're picking one of them to choose, I don't know where I got this intention, but I thought I was picking 3, and I was like, okay, who are the 3 that I'm going to pick? In my mind, I was like Jenny, Harmony, Ben. Those are the 3 that I was going to pick.
Came in with a plan.
I came in with a plan, and I picked Jenny first, and then it just started going, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're just going with it. Then that's fine. We'll just run with it, and we'll see how it goes. But
so funny.
I'm glad because, like Kanisha had talked about, all these characters have music that kind of aligns with their character. I loved Jenny's tracks. Jenny's tracks were so fun to
Yeah.
play, and when I did good, it made me feel like good at the game too. I was like, yes, like I finally beat that one. So I liked that route. But yeah, Jenny was the first route that I had gone down.
I suffer. I do this with like K dramas. I do this with everything. I suffer from like the first and most obvious, like the prince that shows up. Like I'm just like, yes, that's the one, and I will stick beside him.
Yep.
And so that's how I felt about Ben, because I also just love someone who seems normal, but you can tell they're slightly off, like
I
a
was like,
very
he's a
subtle,
freak.
like you're
I was like,
weird.
he's not.
He's a
normal.
freak.
He's a little
Yeah.
freak.
That's my thing. I'm like Ben, Harmony, Edwina, like anyone who's like,
Mhm.
you can tell they're a little off kilter and you just want to dig more. Yeah. So those are my favorite. But obviously, I love Jenny too, especially like
Yeah.
her music. And
Yeah.
I feel like she's not a tsundere. There's another type for this. But anyone who's like a little gruff and then they just have like a warm chocolate center. That's also what I like. Yeah.
She's the one that's mean to you. She's the one that's mean to you all the time. Well, mostly everybody in here, but she's also very specifically mean to you too.
Yeah.
Jenny. So these are the character descriptions from their Steam posting. But Jenny Burnham is a burning pit of hatred and murder, ready to explode at the drop of a hat. Previously a nurse.
Wow.
I really liked Jenny's like story of.
Yeah,
It's a
Same.
classic trope. A lot of these are classic tropes,
for sure.
but people treated her bad. She stopped caring about people. She stopped
Yep.
letting people care about her and got real mean about it
Hmm.
and perhaps violent.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I too liked Ben Conway, reliable support and trusted companion, a partner in crime until the end. Ben also giving you. Did anybody watch You?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I was waiting. I thought you're going to finish this and like giving you something. That's what I thought.
No,
was
giving-
supposed to
I
be.
thought that for a second
You
too.
Yes,
capital
yes,
Y, you quotation marks.
Yes.
100%. 100%
Very
getting
much.
very you energy from. I also have a screenshot pulled off of him. I'm just like the way he's looking at me. I'm just like he's
It's
again. It's
scary.
like that underlying like there's something. You seem you're the most normal out of all these people at first glance, but there's something going on under here that's not. That's why I was like. In my mind, the 3 that I picked, even though there wasn't actually 3 choices, Ben was one of them because I was like, okay, I'm interested in Ben. I want to go down this route and see kind of what's happening over there.
Yeah, Ben was my first roommate choice.
There's also Edwina Kennedy. She's described as a wholesome optimist and hands-on country girl. No flaws whatsoever, protect at all costs. And you know what? Maybe in hindsight, I related to her a little bit. Honestly, it's like, oh, wait a second. You're cute as a button and you're just trying your best. But she's also unhinged. And unhinged in a way that, even she's not fully aware of. And that's
She might burn
okay
your house
sometimes.
down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She might. I'm sad that Edwina is a character that I kind of waited till like towards the end as you're forced to get through all the characters to go with because I liked her tracks. Like that's one of my top
Yeah.
ones. Jenny was top one, but
Yeah,
Edwina's
those are
tracks were so
fun.
good. I was like, man, I wish I would have done these sooner.
Yeah. Andrea, who is your seductive siren with a craving for meat. You can trust her with your life, definitely. I loved Andrea. She's crazy. She's full crazy.
She was the first one I was like,
Yeah.
she's gonna kill me. That's the
Oh yeah, and she's
the
gonna
one.
like
She's gonna
it,
kill
and
me.
she's gonna want
love
me
it.
to like it, and I can't like that for her. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When you were reading the content warnings and you mentioned cannibalism, I was like, was there cannibalism? Oh right,
Yeah, totally.
Wait, there was cannibalism in Hatful Boyfriend too.
yeah.
But that was a little different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm still traumatized, actually. Maybe it's not that different.
Yeah. Before I really got into understanding of just like these are all we're in a house full of serial killers. I had thought that like, I mean, it felt too obvious, but like her route is the first one that I kind of found out that it was that she was like a serial killer, and like I think that was one of my first deaths was going down that route too. And I thought it was just like, oh, she's the bad guy, and there's like all of us are trying to.
Yeah.
But that was also like that felt very obvious. That felt like the very obvious choice to have her be the one murdering and enjoying the murder very much so.
I will say she wasn't my favorite, neither musical wise or like, I don't know, I guess just like character wise, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty averse to like, I don't know, I can't think about cannibalizing people, but I really loved her character design, and her story was very affecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she had one of the background stories that I appreciated the most.
And I loved the art progression in those monologues where it's like you start with them and they're usually
They're
like in a younger
babies.
frame, and then
Yeah,
it
you
like
see them age.
progresses
Yeah.
over their age, and then often adds like blood or something along the lines of whatever their story was. Yeah, I did not like Andrea as a person, but I loved Andrea's character design because
Yeah.
goth queen.
Yes.
Yes, goth
Tea.
queen. Yeah.
Teddy is a socially awkward public embarrassment who is confidently
Wow.
wrong and doesn't really care about anything. Also, that feels
That's a
so
wild
mean
description.
to Teddy. Teddy was like kind of, like sleepy skater. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lackadaisical, but it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Damn.
I didn't get awkward public embarrassment from her personality at all. I was like,
I
yeah, she's
also
just
didn't
chill.
really get confidently wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed Teddy. I liked Teddy's tracks. Just like I like a little like electronic vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I didn't always have like the most fun interacting with Teddy just because like there's only so much you can do with someone who doesn't want to give you everything. But too, I felt like her backstory was one where I felt the most rewarded because she doesn't give up give up too much when you're interacting with her normally. But like to hear her story, it just felt like, oh, okay, I've achieved something to do this. And she was the first backstory that I unlocked as well, like fully pursued.
Ooh.
I can read your last one. There's Harmony Sharp. Harmony is an intellectual amongst the commoners, flawless logic, abhorrent God complex.
Correct.
And yeah, that one's straight on.
Yeah.
Harmony has a cunty little pixie cut that's gray and glasses, and immediately pulls her number, is suspicious of you because you're the only one who doesn't remember anything, and is the one who is key to unlocking what's going on, but is also just very arrogant about it. It's just like everyone is dumb and stupid, which are the impulses that lead her to kill. Yeah.
Yeah. The other track that I loved, harmonies were really great too. That was the one I just loved doing.
Yeah. So our next leg of the show is typically who are we romancing? But the fact of the matter
Everyone.
is, yeah, you
Everyone.
have to romance
Date everyone.
everyone, and it is like a pass or you fail the game over sort of a thing. So you do have to succeed at these things to progress. I instead put the question, what actually happened in this game, and who would we have romanced if given the option to just take one of those paths and like see or like have an allyship with someone? Alliance. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh man, I feel like knowing all of their crazy backstories is like affecting how I would choose
it's hard
to what direction I would go, because I'm like, I don't know about that one. I picked Jenny first, so I think Jenny would have been the route I would have gone down first, Jenny or Harmony, because I think those are the ones I was thinking about in the very beginning. Yeah, I think that's the route I would have gone down. Again, I think it's hard because we know all of their backstories now too.
Jenny
so
feels
it's like,
the most like you could maybe actually change her and not end up murdered.
yeah. See, Jenny seemed angry. She didn't seem like she says she's going to kill you so many times, but I never got the vibes that she is going to kill me. Where some of these other ones, I was like, oh yeah, they're going to kill me. Some of these other characters are for sure going to kill me.
Andrea's going to try to kill me and make me thank her for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Which is, you know, a feat in itself. That's like kind of iconic. It's
She's a
slay, if you
baddie.
will.
hmm
It's slay, if you will.
Hey,
Whoa.
whoa. Literally slaying.
Zoinks.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like I probably still would have chosen Ben. I have a really bad I can fix him like drive. I'm like,
Mm.
it's okay. Just give me a little bit more time. I for sure would have been a victim, but that's
Oh,
okay.
no.
I would have killed him.
Thank you, Claire. I would not have been a victim because Claire would have killed him first.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Not what she meant, but what I'm choosing to hear.
No. That is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
That is what I meant. Yeah, we wouldn't let that happen. We would circumvent that before
He
it
would be
happened.
stopped.
Yeah, he would be stopped
Thwarted.
easily.
Thwarted.
Yeah, I mean, I probably also would have gone Ben or Jenny,
hmm
but Teddy kind of got me a little bit with the I had to look up what the word was for it, but the wall lean.
Oh,
I was gonna bring that up. The
Top
leaning up
one?
against the wall.
Yeah.
Goddamn, I fuck with the tall person leaning. I'm so short. Oh my god, you're good. What?
That's
what?
so funny.
Forget
I
about
get
it.
threatened. I'm like a rabbit.
You're like, oh no,
Not if they're
stop.
hot.
Don't
Oh my
close
god.
me.
Yeah, no. If they're hot, it's great. If I'm threatened, they're in danger.
Yeah.
What's the? You're like a rabbit. I'm like a snake.
But that's so cool.
Yeah.
Now I want tattoos of a cute rabbit and a cute
I was just gonna
snake
say, like, a little tattoo idea would be awesome.
vibing out. That's
Oh,
adorable.
they're so cute.
I mean, going off that too, just like I love the whole visual identity of this game. Like, I really like how the character
Yeah.
design is, especially when we talked about as we go into the like backstories of each one, how they age, even like the voice, like there's a partial voice acting that's in this. It's not fully voice acted too, but like the voice acting I thought was good too. I liked all the voice
The
work that
monologue
they did.
deliveries.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I mean delivering a serial killer monologue, not an easy thing to do in any kind of believable or manageable way. And I felt
Mhm.
like I was in it with these ones. Some more than
Yeah.
others, certainly, but I was like, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they like had it voice acted.
It was affecting. I was able to empathize with the characters very much with those parts being voiced. And I feel like the turn of like, this is what happened, this is my sob story, and this is what I did to cope.
Mhm.
Those moments were performed like super well, like super convincingly.
I think that's why they chose, if they're going to be doing any voice acting, do it in those parts when you're trying to get the backstory on the character, where you're trying to kind of emotionally connect with the why they're crazy serial killers in the first place. Adding voice work to that just helps kind of drive that forward too.
All of them, thankfully, because I do feel like sometimes when you get jump scared deep into a game, like there was a little bit of voice acting, but when you get jump scared with a whole scene like that, it can hit really sideways if the voice doesn't match the person, like in
Mhm.
your mind.
Yeah.
And I feel
Mm.
like each one was really well cast in that way. Like I never felt like I was like, oh dang, this is like kind of weird, or this is kind of like taking me out. Like I don't feel like I had a moment that was like taking me out of it. So I feel like that's got to be a good cast.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I didn't even consider that either. Like when they started talking, I was just like, this is Ben, this is Jenny. Like their voices just
Yeah.
matched. So they did a great job because I didn't even like second
Yeah.
guess it. I was like, oh yeah, this is just them. This is kind of how
Andrea.
they thought they sounded as I was reading their dialogue options. So they did a great job.
Andrea sounded exactly like what I thought she was.
Yeah.
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 Well, even like Ben too, and like they
Yeah.
do such a good job in like the little like nuances of their voice, like when Ben's normal talking, but then when Ben goes to like his crazy mode, his voice changes a little bit too, and he gets a little
Yeah.
get a little crazy, and I'm like, oh damn.
Steely.
So good. Sorry.
Okay. How do we talk about what happened in this game? Because in my head, I've been going over like, this is where I would start, and then, but it falls apart every time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, the like inciting incident that honestly got me more hooked is realizing there's like this wild underground like tunnel system that like brings
Yeah.
you to, because the whole time you're in this house and there's pretty much nothing in this house. There's like some boxes, there's obviously people have beds to sleep in, but it's pretty like normal, bare bones. And you find this underground tunnel system that leads to this like beautiful, pristine home. A lot of white, a lot of marble and everything. And that honestly was the first moment of just like, okay, what's happening? Are we being watched? Is this like one of the things where someone has kidnapped all of us and they're televising this for entertainment of just like serial killers, people murdering each other kind of thing? So that was the first thing that started getting the gears moving of like, what is happening in this game?
Yeah, Tunnel to Rich Person House was very scary.
Tunnel to
Because
Rich
it
Person
also
House,
was like
yes.
the door required all of them to be able to
Yes.
open it together to like get into the tunnels. And so they're doing a lot of work setting up some of this like world building that's happening about being trapped. You know, we're late enough in the episode now. I don't feel like we got enough of a payoff for what
No,
that lore
definitely not.
Agreed.
was.
Definitely
It was a very planful entrapment, but to what end? It's kind of giving The Good Place, except if
yeah.
The Good Place was just done after the first season.
After the first like reveal and they're like, credits, no more. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our story, y'all.
Yep.
And so the way that the game ends is that there is a hard cut to a black screen that they promise, like they're like basically to be continued in the upcoming serial lover : killing spree.
Sequel that's gonna happen or is in development or something.
Yeah, and so there's no information about that sequel like on Steam or anything yet. So I was so bummed because it really felt like it was building to something, and it almost was like, did they just run out of time to ship the game somehow? Like, and just are like, it's fine, we'll do a DLC later and finish it.
Yeah. I felt the same way where I feel like depending on certain circumstances, this could work. It kind of felt like a cop out at some point. Having an ending like that means that I don't actually have to give you any answers, like tune in next time kind of thing, or I don't have to give you answers. It's like, do you have answers or you do not have answers? And you're just being like, oh, we'll tune in next time. You might get your answers kind of situation. I'm just like, oh, all right.
Yeah. To me, it feels less like out of time to ship the game and more like ran out of story. Like just was struggling to figure out the answers and what they wanted to answer. So it was just like, never mind. I feel like because before we get to like that hard black screen, there's actually a white screen where you get through like talking to everyone and uncovering their secrets, and you confront Harmony, and Harmony's about to tell you, oh, this is what's happening. This is my theory. It's boop. And then you get white screen, you get text, and throughout the entire game, this question mark, like this unidentified person has been giving you dialogues, like player name that you selected. What are you doing? And then you would start the loop over. And so when Harmony's about to tell you what's going on, you get that cut to a white screen, and then they're like, oh, I can't believe that person almost figured it out. This insignificant being almost figured it out. And then you go through the hardest versions of these rhythm challenges that we've been doing.
Yes.
I believe there was an epilepsy warning before, or like a seizure risk, a flashing lights warning at the start of the game. And yeah, I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
As you said.
And you can turn some of that off too in the like accessibility stuff. You can turn off some of those like the lights and the board shaking and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah. I was like finishing this up late at night, and I was in this game too. When you really get in it, I'm like leaning like gamer mode, like leaning forward, like and then this sequence happens, and I'm just like flash banged by all the lights and the colors and everything, and I was like, oh my god, this is.
I was feeling nauseous all day, and I'm like, let me close the laptop and finish this game in an hour. It's like, what have I done to myself? But it's okay because it actually was really fun. I
love the last tracks.
Yeah, the last tracks are great. And, obviously, if you have health issues that would make looking at the effects difficult, please choose the best for yourself. But I feel like I hadn't encountered like that level of disruption during like rhythm gameplay before, and it was actually kind of fun, like cool to watch. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, the psychology of like the colors and the expectations, like that is super fun to play with in these ways. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, well, even like little gameplay moments they add in to throw a wrench and kind of like the guitar, like the notes disappearing, and you having to like memorize the sequence because they'll do like repeat. Like that's cool. I think it's a fun challenge and a fun addition to kind of the normal, again, hit notes on track Guitar Hero kind of gameplay.
I want to play more, and I wanted to play more. Especially with the way that it ended with like seducing God. Which was that
Is that what you chose? I knew that was what you chose.
I think it's something like that. I think it is seducing God.
Wait, what do you mean that's what I chose?
You don't.
I forgot.
It gave me a bunch of options, and it was like to end on.
Oh, right. What the hell was that? ... I feel like shit. Okay, I did. I took a screenshot of that one. I forgot. Yeah, I did say, "Holy crap! Did I just seduce God?" I was scared to click. I wonder if I can still go back, but
yeah,
just restarts the game. Just pulls a Doki Doki and just like
we just finished Doki Doki, and so it's like I was like not ready.
Yeah,
I'm double traumatized. I was gonna say, jumping ahead a little bit, I was immediately like, nope, I do want this to be the last time I interact with this game. So definitely not that one, but that's okay. You know,
I wanted like you guys were saying, I wanted more from the story, and I did really love the aspects of the music gameplay. Like I said, I went back and I did a lot of the arcade stuff because after I was in a loop of it, I was like, well, the story is not going anywhere anymore. I can at least go in and play through these tracks again and try to be bad at them, which I was, but it was fun to do.
Yeah, I think if I go back to this game, I'm sad to say I was mostly angry at the way that it ended. Instead of feeling like it was like a really earned cliffhanger, it felt a little bit more like I was feeling shorted rather than like excited for the next thing.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, which I'm not sure exactly how that could be remedied, whether that is like a deepening of the characters or like a deepening of who we were or I don't know. But yeah, I will probably look into the next one, whether it's a DLC or a follow-up, just by nature of doing the show. But I think if I had just played this and not then like had us be talking about it and all of these things, I don't know that I would be like, oh, I got to make sure I pick up the next Serial Lover.
Yeah. I think the problem is that ending on a cliffhanger, I think, can be fine. Like ending on a cliffhanger can build suspense to the next thing, which I think was part of the intention here. But I don't think we had enough revelations throughout this to warrant a cliffhanger. Like, sure, we got the backstory of all the characters and their motivations of why they're serial killers, but that still didn't give us much as to, kind of why they're here, but not really. We still never got a reason why we're really all here and a deeper explanation of that. So we didn't get enough. We didn't find out enough about the mystery during the game to warrant the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I didn't feel curious enough to like want to be interested in a sequel or like to replay any it just doesn't, the gameplay for me didn't invite enough questions to feel suspense, really. I was just like, if I keep going, if I turn on no fail, then I will get information and that will soothe my quest, not even like to truly understand the world of the story, but just to receive all the information that this game wants me to work through. I feel like that was a sign for me that I wasn't really engaged in the world. Yeah, I just wish that there had been more world, even, and not even with art and renders, but just more moments of the characters figuring something out that maybe I don't know, or I would have to earn their trust for them to reveal a bit more of, not just about themselves, but about like what they discovered.
I would love if Harmony wasn't the only smart one also. Like,
yeah.
It's a little like, all of these people did get away with murder.
Yeah, and it's not a huge stretch that like we're the only person. We are the outlier out of the six of us. Like we're the one that doesn't remember anything. So you would think more people would jump to the conclusion of just like,
Yeah.
what's going on? What are you doing?
Or manipulating us a little
You're right.
bit even. We're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Which I do wonder if, I mean, Ben is written a little bit like you could buy that once you find out his like backstory. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it was really well done on the like rhythm game side of thing where you can tell a lot of like love went into the songs and went into the like trying to figure out how to do the accessibility settings for that so that you could still manage your way through the game without that like intensity. But yeah, I wanted an ending that felt like at least like an act break.
Well, I was going to say, like, this doesn't feel like an ending. This feels like we're halfway. Like, okay, cool. We hit like this apex.
It doesn't
like,
even feel
what's
like
next?
we finished Act 1 though, because they didn't actually explain the stakes. It's like, are we in purgatory? Am I at work? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the God manager vibe is like
Bad waiting for Godot. That's mean. It's not really bad, but
a fresh new take on Waiting for Godot.
Yeah. I think it doesn't
There we
help that the
go.
game's also not very long either. So
Yeah.
it feels like there was like,
Yeah.
there could have been room for more. Like when we got to the end, it's like, I haven't been here for that long. Like there's room for more here.
when I looked at Steam after I closed the game, I think I finished it in 3 hours, and most of the 3 hours were just like half the time that I was spending without no fail mode and just like I'm going to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think how much of my time is failing songs. I put 5.5 hours into this, but I also played more after I rolled the credits too. But again, I don't know how much of this was me also failing songs.
God, you guys, I
over and
failed
over again.
so much. It took me 8 hours to play this game.
Which is honestly a very
Yeah.
honest approach.
Yeah.
But I still ended up turning on no fail. I must have left it paused or something. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to credit this game because I did do some deep diving into like how to beat and other like stat tracking for different games. And there's not a lot of data for this game because it is like sub 5,000 players.
Yeah.
Very low concurrent players monthly. Not to air them out, actually.
No,
this is
it
so
also
mean.
just released. It just
Yeah.
the actual game. This game released January 15th, 2026. So they fundraised
so this is
in
new.
2020, but it took a while. And I think that's part of my beef. Is like it took a while, but it also seems like I was like reading through their like most recent Steam announcement after the game was released, and it sounds like they're very excited to keep developing the next one, which is great. But I am just like, did we need to release this when it already took 6 years? I would have loved a little more time to make the ending feel just a little more impactful.
Yeah. And like you said, I think a lot of that is probably, like you were saying, the music and that side of things, because that's very fleshed out. Like, that's very polished. That's very fleshed
yeah.
out. Like that side of it is great. But I think that's probably where a lot of the time and energy went to.
Should we rate it?
Let's
do
rate
it.
it.
Let's do it. I don't know what my answer is. I didn't think about this beforehand. I don't know.
Here on Date With Us, we take a page out of the Noseball Games Girlies playbook, give personal ratings, 10 out of 10 Kenishas, 10 out of 10 Jareds, 10 out of 10 Claires. We rate on 3 different categories out of 10. We rate spice, romance, and then overall. Sometimes overall can be compared to other similar dating sim games, and sometimes it could be of all games of all time.
Spice and romance here. There's some lewd images,
Yeah.
but not even lewd is even. Lewd might be a little generous. I guess there's like the little one in the sauna.
Yeah. I would say like it's more like contextual stuff more than anything.
I will say, in its defense, there's a lot of sex in this game, although unseen. A
That's
lot of
true.
implied sex in this game. They're very excited about it.
Yeah.
So, for that, like, I gave it some points internally, but yeah.
Yeah. For having as much sex as it did, I wanted it to be sexier. I feel
Yeah, it's not very sexy, I agree.
because there's like a certain kind of danger sexy you expect to get with serial killers. And they like tried to do that with Andrea. but
she's really the only one they go that
but she is
far
like
with.
literally a vampire. So you don't like
Yeah.
not literally, but she is like she drinks people's blood. Like that is
Yeah.
her kink.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me personally. Danger stops being sexy once you start eating people. So
That's
I'm
fair.
like, I wanted a
I agree
little
with
bit
that.
more sexy and a little
Yeah.
bit less cannibalism.
That's fair. That is a fair one from your
Okay.
video games.
Thank you for saying that, because in turn, I was like sitting here and I was like, the sex is really scary. It's like scary sex, and not from like
Yeah.
a jump scare perspective, but it's just like,
It's like, this is not a bad time. This is a little terrifying.
I'm not, it's not giving revved up. It's just giving scared.
Well,
It's not giving enthusiastic consent. It's giving
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's a-
actually, we are giving enthusiastic consent. Like the first thing we can say to Ben or whoever
Yeah,
is like,
is it time to have sex now?
Is
Or
it
what
time
is
to have
what does
sex
it say?
now?
Yeah.
and
That
it's
is
like,
true.
what?
We are very,
Yeah.
very eager.
Like
but
we're super down, but I do think that like the sex is either underexplored, where it's like not, it doesn't feel special.
Mm.
And I don't know about y'all, but I like to feel special when I'm interacting with my pixelized paramours. And I did not feel special. And it did feel sort of like we were just sort of literally executing moves to get people to have sex with us.
Yeah.
Well, if we're thinking about all the rhythm stuff is the seducing that's happening during those times, I felt like I was fighting for my life more than anything else. It was like
Right?
it was
Yeah.
survival more than like sex. So I'm just like, I don't know, man.
I was not feeling myself in those moments.
Oh.
That was not a...
Well, I thought it was interesting as I was playing, because they do have like overdrive modes.
Yeah.
And I was, in my mind, I don't know if it's just because I'm used to, I was thinking about Sasha U and how they have the character sprite like next to you as you're doing interactions. And then like Sasha U is a very explicit game. So, you could like see the characters getting more aroused and stuff like that on the side. And so like whenever I hit an overdrive, I was kind of like making that connection like, oh, okay, they're enjoying what we're doing right now. And I did something extra good.
I did something extra good.
I'm trying to keep it tactful over here.
Yeah.
But being able to make that logical connection still did not make the act,
Yeah.
it did not come together as
I saw his face. I was waiting
image.
for it.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah. I mean,
I know, I
only.
heard it and we're moving on.
Yeah. To your point, like comparing it to like you were saying to Slash, there's no like visual representation that changes. I mean, when you do like the overdrive, I think there's like hearts that like envelop the character and they like get pink, but that's like the extent of that's the extent of it.
They
They get
thrum
like
a
blue
little
little
bit.
sparkles.
Yeah, little sparkles. Little sparkles.
Be sexier. That's our takeaway.
Sexier.
Numerically, I would put that request at a 5, because it was still like the descriptions and whatnot. I'm thinking specifically of Andrea. I'm just like, okay,
Sure.
I can't not give it a 5 for like what I
Oh, yeah.
witnessed.
Yeah, I think her moments
But-
carry the most of the spice throughout this game is your interactions
Yeah.
with Andrea. And I think I was floating around the same. I think I'm like 4 or 5. I think Andrea's
Valid.
does a lot of heavy lifting for the spice in this game.
I wish there was more sensuality with the spice. It
Yes.
feels very like
Yeah.
yeah. I agree with a 5. I think I would even say 5.5 because we are literally fucking a lot.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is not, like I said, it's not necessarily the best spice that I have ever tasted, if you will, but it is.
I didn't like that.
I didn't either, and I might even edit it out. Who knows?
No, we gotta rock with it.
Yeah, you gotta rock it. You gotta rock it. They gotta own it.
Great. Yes. 5-ish. Romance.
0.
Yeah.
I was like less. There's hardly
There's,
any
like,
of this.
-2. Just
I could-
kidding. There are
I could
moments.
get on board with like a sliver of romance in some of the Jenny dialogue
I was
and
gonna say
like
Jenny
a
was the-
sliver of romance in some of the Harmony dialogue. When I say sliver, I'm thinking like 2. Literally
Well-
2 slivers. The
well, like
slivers are
with-
Harmony and Jenny.
with Jenny, it's just like she wants to murder you, and then sometimes she doesn't want to murder you, and that doesn't want to murder you is like, oh, that's kind of nice. That's
I
kind
feel
of nice.
like Ben had some moments when we were trapped in the greenhouse.
bunker?
The greenhouse or the shed, the little shed that you were in.
Yeah, like the room with plants.
Then also, what was happening in that room?
We had to get
don't
answers
know.
for it.
We
The
don't know.
whiteboard with all the names
We
on
don't
it and
know.
everything.
We have no
Cool.
idea. But the room with plants, when everything starts burning down and you're talking to him about, he's talking about his past and like his codependent tendencies that turn murderous. When he's like, oh, I can actually tell you. I was like, oh, did he? He was like, I finally found someone. And then he was like, but I have to kill you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I almost believed. That was like tiny bit romantic to me, but I might just be revealing that.
I feel like his
He's crazy, but he gets you. He's a cutie.
yeah. I feel like his music also encapsulates that too. Like I love the acoustic guitar. Like I
Yes.
love an acoustic guitar sound, and just like I loved his music.
Yeah.
Finger picking, a little Spanish guitar. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to. I see the vision, but
So 3? What are we thinking?
still
Can you just, like, not
numerically,
enough
I
for
would
me?
represent my feelings
Does
as
Ben's
a 1.
finger picking bring it up to 3?
He's good with his
2.
hands. That's
He's
not
good with
romantic.
his-
That's spicy.
That's
Down
true.
vote, down vote,
Okay.
down
2
vote.
is fine.
All right. Anyway,
2 out of 10.
names. How many? I almost said how many Clarishas?
Oh,
You've been playing.
God.
You've been playing. It's now like embedded into your guys' lore now.
I never want to hear that name again.
Clarisha.
Don't do that to me.
Watch us play Doki Doki Literature Club on my YouTube channel. Okay,
Overall, sorry.
this one was fine for me. I wouldn't describe it as like a Claire game in the making. I had higher
Mhm.
hopes, and I feel like they were a little dashed here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 5.
Okay.
It worked. It did what it promised to do. For me, the story was not
Yeah.
there, really.
I
Is that too
think-
mean?
No,
No.
no, not at all.
Okay.
Especially because I mean, if you're going into a game that presents itself with an interesting narrative, like the conceptually the ideas they have there is like, cool, you
Yeah.
got me. What's next? And like, actually,
Yeah.
there's nothing, and you're like, well, shit. Okay, well, what happened?
Yeah.
The potential was not
Yes.
delivered
Yeah.
upon. I agree with a 5. Honestly, I feel so mean, but I was like, I kind of want to give it a sub 5, but I remembered very vividly me saying episodes ago, a 5 is if the game worked, and it did work.
It
I
did.
had no issues with
work.
it. Thank you, Unity Engine. Like
Yeah.
8, a 5. I feel like I agree with Claire. I wish the story just was doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's giving we were all rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you. I think I'm gonna go I'm thinking I'm gonna do a 6 for me because
You were in arcade.
although the
You were
story
having fun.
fell short, I ended up getting hooked into the gameplay of this. Like I ended up when I was in like my flow state, I was really enjoying like trying to get better at this, and I think the challenge made this more enjoyable. I'm like a Dark Souls sicko, so I'm just like, let me have a hard game that I
Yeah.
could try to get better at. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a
Someday
6.
we're gonna tell Raven that her daddy locked in on Serial Lover.
I can't wait.
She's gonna be like, no, she won't be surprised. She's gonna be like, oh yeah, that tracks with him.
All right, what are we
That
leaving
tracks.
behind?
Oh damn, I didn't even think about this.
I'm leaving behind the encouragement to continue developing this game
Oh, that's
or
such
the
a good answer.
story, and a notebook and a pen and a gun for player character. Can I say that? We might have to cut that out, Claire.
What?
And a
And a gun, a self-defense weapon.
Yeah.
yeah, we're just defending ourselves.
We have to mention that the text box is a cleaver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. And like
We
the
didn't mention
overdrive thing too
mechanics
is a
and
knife.
gameplay and everything else, and I was like, wait, I'm like panic flipping through my notes to make sure we've said everything relevant.
Beautiful touch.
You know what? I'm leaving behind like a morsel of interest because if they did do another one, I think I'd be down to see kind of what's happening there. I think I'd be down to see what's going on. I think time plays a big. If this is another 6 years, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing. But I think there's a morsel of interest there. There's something good. I needed more. I needed more from it.
I need to share that the moment we realized that we were traveling through time, I wrote down, "Oh boy, it is meta o'clock again in the Jared game."
Hey, there you go.
Aw.
I would like to leave Jenny just a stack of cash and
hug.
like
So true.
and like you can do it, girl. Like she's the only one who I actually I wrote down two things that one thing that she said and one thing that Harmony said, because Harmony straight up was like, people exist for me to dominate, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then Jenny said, I'm the fire that will burn this planet, and you're nothing more than an ember beneath my feet. And I was like, okay, Jenny.
Okay.
You
But then
need
you see
a
it gets
hug.
like you see her get excited about the stuffed animal, and you're like, okay.
And you're like,
You're cute.
give me a hug, Jenny.
Give you-
I'm leaving
And
Jenny
that's
another
what it's
stuffed
like
animal.
to be a metal
There you go.
girly.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, Jared, thank you so much for doing this with us again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was such a good time, and I'm excited to see what game you can force me to play that fills these same similar attributes as Hatchable Boyfriend and
Can't wait to find
this
out.
one.
I did hear there's a new bird dating sim at some point. I don't know that I'm ready for that.
I was like, am I going to be the bird guy now that comes on for all the bird dating sims and bird adjacent games?
What are you now? You've done 2 birds and serial killers. So, but you have all of these games have had cannibalism?
Oh,
Yikes.
not a fan of that. Not a fan of that.
Let's break the mold for Jared.
There you go.
We can't have our soul man, our inaugural man, excuse me.
Be on
not to
all the
erase all the other
Not
on
our
men.
all the
soul
cannibal
man.
episodes.
Unfortunately, we are going to continue failing the Bechdel test in next episode of Date With Us, where we talk about Dream Daddy with Nick and Will from Friday Night Gamecast.
Oh, I love those
Incredible.
boys.
Jared, anything else you want to plug? Go find him on the Play Along podcast.
Yeah, you can find me anywhere where you're listening to podcasts right now. Go check it out.
Don't
We have a lot of
find
weird
him right
stuff.
now. Don't bother him. He's busy being a brand new dad.
Yes, by the time you're listening to this, she'll be here. Raven will be here, and I'm so excited. I could not be more excited.
Okay, now
You guys,
we do the
I was
cute, let's
excited
do this
earlier,
against
but
each
I
other.
was eating fruit and I couldn't react on mic, but I was dancing. I was turning up.
Kanisha was dancing. Can confirm.
Turn up for Raven.
Turn up for Raven.
We stand Raven already.
Yeah,
First
Raven.
stand, not
She
even
is going to
taking a
be-
breath yet.
She's gonna be the president. She's gonna do great things.
Period.
Yay!
Yeah.
Let's
do this again sometime.
Date With Us is produced and co-hosted by Claire and Kanisha.
Claire does the editing, and the intro music Glimmer was composed for the show by Jason Duran.
Find us on Instagram and Blue Sky as Date With Us Podcast.
And don't forget to share, rate, or review the show.
Tell your crush about us.
We dare you!
Yay!
I always love
We
hearing
will.
how it's edited afterward. So I'm just like, they'll make it sound great. I don't
Oh
know if
my
I did a
God,
good
it's-
job, but they'll make it sound great.